Welcome back to Always Learning. What are we doing today? Well, today we're learning about fishing, and particularly we're learning about the Carolina rig or the Texas rig. I'm going to do two videos. I'll put them separate just in case you're looking for the Carolina rig, you can find it. Or if you're looking for the Texas rig, you can find it. But those are probably what most people fish 90% of the time when they're fishing for smallmouth or largemouth bass. A little bit different technique, or I should say a little bit different circumstances or situation is going to determine which one you're going to want to fish, but they're both fairly similar. There's just a little bit of different nuances between the Carolina and the Texas rig. The worm part is exactly the same. Okay, so the three things you're going to need for the Texas rig is a slip sinker. You can use as a cone, that probably works the best. They also make ones that are round, but I prefer the cone in this one. A worm hook, as you can see, is shaped different. Mostly here at the end, it's got that little extra kind of snake head coming out. And then a worm, or you can also fish this with the crawdad or any kind of really soft-bodied animal or terrestrial. So you can see the line here. All you're going to do is I'm going to take the slip shot and I'm going to simply slide this through the bullet. Okay? That's done, and then you can tie it whatever fisherman's knot, improved clinch, whatever you want to do. I like the Orvis knot, but I'm gonna, for this purposes, I'm just gonna tie the improved clinch if I can see. Spin it 6 times, put it through, right back your little hole you made right here by the eye. Okay, and then normally you wet it so that knot will slip. But anyway, slides down and then you cut that tab off. Okay, then the worm part, what you want to do is you want to find the flat part of the worm because that's the part that you want to go down. It's going to set like this on here when it's all said and done. And so all you do is you start the head. This one's kind of chewed up a little bit. And you're going to go through about an inch. You're going to go about an inch onto that hook, and then that hook's going to come back through. Okay? Then you slide that little feller all the way to the top. You get your slide a little bit past. So now that you got the worm on there, you're going to kind of look and say, okay, where's that thing going to kind of set in there? And where's it going to kind of set in there and come back in and just kind of snug it so it comes over the top. See how it's setting over the top now? But then to make it weedless, all you do is pull that back and shove it in there so the fish doesn't see the hook and it doesn't get caught on anything. It should be a little straighter than that. But that's basically the Texas rig. Get it, like I said, just a little bit straighter where it sets flat on there. So it sets like that. Anyway, there's your Texas rig with the worm, a hook, and the slip shot. It slides down. As you reel, the worm chases it to the bottom. You lift it up, slip shot falls down, worm chases it to the bottom. It's great for spot fishing. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see the Carolina rig, it'll be loaded after this. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the line that's coming from my fishing pole, and I'm gonna slip on, like I said, you can use the cone-shaped one, but I'm just gonna use this sinker with a little hole in it. It's a slider. And you just simply run your line through that hole. Easier said than done while you're on the camera end. Okay, so that's on there. You can let it drop. Then I'm gonna take one of these little round beads with the hole in it. And you're gonna run your line through that just like I did on the sinker. Okay, let that go. Then I'm gonna take my barrel swivel. And just like whatever knot you tie on your hook, that's what you wanna tie here. Just think of it as a hook on this side of it, but it's not. I always tie the Orvis knot. I think it's pretty simple. But fisherman knot's pretty simple too. I'm not going to show you how to do it. You can Go online if you want to learn how to tie the Orvis knot, or I can put a video if everybody really wants to know. But to me, it's one of the simpler knots to tie, and you don't waste a lot on the tag end. And it is 100% knot, which means the line will break before the knot does. Clip my tag end if I can see it. All right, so that is this side. That is this side going from the barrel swivel to your rod tip. Okay, now, just like you did before, you're gonna tie on, like I said, whatever method you want. Like you tie on to a hook, you're gonna tie that again. And this time I'll just use the fisherman's knot or the improved clinch. You spin that about 6 times. Come back through your hole you created. Usually you wet it, I'm not going to. And then back through. See if I can grab it, and I can't. Just come through there. Back through there. All right, clip off your end again. And you really should only have to tie this once, because if your line's gonna break, it's gonna break down here, but it shouldn't break. So now you got about a 2-foot leader. If you're fishing grass, you're gonna want a 3-foot, at least that's what the pros always say. And then if you're fishing rocks or a harder bottom, you're gonna want 2-foot. And that bead, that little plastic bead, is gonna rattle, and the fish are gonna hear it, they're gonna come to it, and they're gonna feel those vibrations. So then, once again, you're gonna tie on your hook just like you would to your 2-foot or 3-foot leader, okay? And then to put on your worm, you're simply gonna take the top, got her all caught up in there. You're simply gonna take the top of it, run that hook through there, and I only do about 1/2 inch to maybe 1 inch on these, but then you run it up here to where your line is. Okay, and then you're going to kind of figure out where that's going to be, and then you want to come back through it. And you can put it on top. I think some people put it on top where it lays like that, and then if they want to go weedless, they put it back in there. But you can see there, it should lay flat. And then what you've got is you've got this chasing. This is chasing when you drag that round sinker and that bead. It's going to make vibrations. It's going to attract the fish to that noise and that sound, and then they'll see your bait swimming behind it, and they'll hit it. But this is a good one if you're doing a lot of searching, like covering a big area, and you're just looking for fish. So anyway, that's the Carolina rig, and it's pretty lethal. So good luck to y'all. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you want to see the Texas rig, click the next video coming.